I don't think Rekha was the boldest actress because I think she liked to look very conservative and politically correct. Like, you know, she was always like that. But initial stages when she was innocent, she did things without, you know, knowing the implications of what she was doing. She did a lot of scenes, wore awful clothes, got into water at the slightest provocation, you know, things like that. She did that, but not, she never did anything indiscreetly after the, I think after Do Anjaane, I think, after the Amitabh Bachchan phase, like she herself said once, that after that she went into this, you know, makeover. She became more and more sophisticated and she became more discreet. And she never did anything which is bold. On the other hand, I think Sridevi was much bolder than Rekha ever was. In that sense, like even that song that when she started the item number trend in Mr India, that's it.
What about, but then she did films like Utsav and Kama Sutra, Astha.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
kind of, I mean, that if you say it could be both.
But those are not films, you know, which is not, they're not typically like Utsav, Kama Sutra or some other film which she did like that. They were not typically commercial films, you know. They were more realistic, you know, in nature. So she didn't mind those. I mean, she was not against these kind of scenes. It's only that she didn't want them to be exploited wrongly. But though, of course, in the beginning, she was exploited a lot, but she was very buxom, and so they exploited her to the hilt at that stage when she was not really aware of things. She was new to the industry and she had to succeed before she could call the shots. See, this is one thing, you know, in the beginning, you do a lot of things which later you regret. And you do that because until you do that, you don't establish yourself. You have to become a big star, then you can call the shots. And nobody dare tell Hema, do this or do that, like, you know. So it's at what level you are and at what stage of success or, you know, of your career you are, that's what.
So did you think Vinod Mehra brought out that stability in Rekha, or it was...
Vinod Mehra?
Do you think Vinod Mehra brought in that stability in Rekha, or was it...
Vinod Mehra?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so because it was Amitabh Bachchan. See, the change became, I mean, she herself has gone on record saying the transformation started with Do Anjaane, more or less. Even in Do Anjaane, she was a little sloppy in presenting herself. She wore clothes which is a bit outlandish and things like that. But after Do Anjaane, I think she carefully groomed herself in keeping with Mr. Bachchan's, you know, stature and his, you know, cultural, you know, identity, you know. She became very conscious of that. She gradually, I think the transformation began from there. And she became a style icon within the next 5 years. I mean, she's one of the most revered heroines ever, I think. And people think of her as the style icon. She wore the best of saris and she was very classy in lots of things she did. Though even in films, of course, sometimes she could be, you know, a little rash. But that also changed. And it had everything to do with Mr. Bachchan's influence on her.